Yep.
So I'm here talking to
Alex Van Chestein from Frima Studios.
Frima Studios. Okay, we're talking about Chariot. Tell me all about Chariot.
Chariot is the touching story of the princess and her loyal fiancé who are tasked with delivering the departed king's remains to their final resting place. However, and they're doing this in a coffin on wheels, of course, as custom dictates.
Yeah, that's why you get married.
Exactly, pretty much. And the thing, though, is that the king's ghost still haunts his coffin, and he has high standards. So he demands to be taken to only the grandest sepulchre in the royal catacombs and have it filled with riches.
It's a piece of work.
Yeah, so the whole game is about maneuvering this platform on wheels through catacombs and caves and all sorts of environments, just so you can finally find a tomb he'll be happy with. So he can rest in peace already.
Okay. And having played the game, I do enjoy it. I guess one issue I had with it is sometimes it felt like pulling the chariot was a little sort of like work. So I know there's a crafting system in the game. So I'm assuming there's items and things you could make to make it easier for you.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You can find all sorts of blueprints. They tend to be off the beaten path.
Yes.
So when you explore, you find blueprints for gadgets. There are 6 gadgets in the game, and they're not required to beat the game, but they'll help you with in some manner. And you have a couple of gadgets that, or at least I think 3 offhand, that can make it faster or easier to maneuver the chariot. You have a sprint that just basically gives you a quick burst of speed. And since it's a physics-based game, you can sprint, pull the chariot, and then jump on top of it before your sprint expires, and it's still going to have all that speed in it. So you can just coast it for a while.
Kind of ride it.
Yeah, and you have also stuff like the repulsor, which pushes everything away. And if you stand on the edge of the chariot, it's going to act like a boat motor. So you can keep propelling yourself forward.
Okay.
You have the attractor, which attracts everything, and you can use that in midair to send the chariot off into the distance. And you can if you position yourself right, you'll be riding it too. So there's a ton of stuff you can do. Yeah, straight up vanilla. It does a little work. Usually there's also stuff you can do, you can walk, pull the chariot behind you, and then jump on top of it, and you get a quick burst of speed.
The momentum definitely carries you. Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's lots of stuff, but see, we tried to minimize the amount of time you actually just have to pull the chariot somewhere. We tried to mix it up a little bit.
Because the platforming is fantastic. I mean, that's. But it's more than that. It's platforming, but you have to pull a chariot along with you. We did our best to make sure it wasn't a burden, because you actually need it as a platform so you can reach higher ground. Yes,
you can ride it. It can go some places you can't. So it's a big toy, but you have to use it to get where you're going most of the time.
And the co-op is nice, drop in, drop out.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a drop in, drop out local co-op. You can do the whole game by yourself without gadgets if you want, but having a second player just really helps. Sometimes, most levels will have co-op gems that you can only really get with 2 players. If you have the right gadget, you can be really crafty and get some of them yourself, but usually they'll be for 2 players. But
okay.
And also, depending on your partner, usually it'll make some alternate areas really easier to navigate.
My partners are 5 and 8, so
yeah.
I'm lifting the load.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, but yeah, the great thing is too is you don't really have to have equal skill levels. You can play with different skill levels, and it's fine if the other player is mostly riding or hanging around, but soon enough they can learn to anchor themselves so they can catch you when you fall and have more of a supporting role.
And also the coffin actually picks up gold and other items. What does a dead man do with gold?
Well, he's a king, so he does tend to want to be buried. He wants to take it with him when he goes. But of course, as the princess or the fiance, you can actually put it to good use.
He's a very giving man.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So he grabs all the gold, and you use it to upgrade the chariot. So you can do that. So you can give it a lantern, so it can go to dark places. And as you go, you'll upgrading the chariot, so you can open up new worlds, and you'll also buy and upgrade your gadgets, so you can do some more stuff. So as it goes, you get a pretty good progression of powers and abilities.
And it's available on the Wii U, the PS4, the Xbox One,
and Steam.
the Atari Jaguar.
Sadly, no. That went the way of the Gizmondo build too. So.
Oh, well, that's probably for the best. The game was a lot of fun.
Thank you very much.
It's a very pretty game. It's challenging. Like you said, you can't play it in a variety of ways.
Yeah, it's like for most players, like you can go through the whole game, just the main path, without much problem. It gets a little bit challenging at the end. But the alternate paths, that's where we get most of the challenge. Like if you want a real challenge, you can explore through that. There's also a hidden level, and on average, a level will take between 15 and 30 minutes, depending on the world.
Closer to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I like to get all the gems.
Yeah, and the hidden level, I've seen, like most people I've seen beat it, usually take about 3 hours the first time.
Okay.
It is a gauntlet.
But they're good. Like they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't do it in 3 hours.
Probably not the first time, but I don't know. Like it's.
So people are speed running it as well.
Yeah. We wanted to make sure that has a little bit of replay value, but also just because the Chariot is a physics-based thing that you manipulate. Well, you have perfect control over your characters. There was just so many cool things you can do. We wanted to make sure that there was a way you could show off your skills.
Yeah.
So we put like when you clear out the important entrances and exits of a level, you can play it again in speedrun mode. And those we have online leaderboards for that. And we also currently we have a speedrun contest where the fastest co-op run through level 2.5 will get a prize.
Why 2.5?
It was we wanted a level that could get like not too far into the game, just far enough so that you can get a handle. Like you could realistically buy the game and then get to it, but also 2.5. The thing about it is it's kind of a final exam of the second world, and it goes through all of the obstacle types that you've encountered throughout the game from that point. So it's a really good level.
It's a nice slice to
Exactly. And it's like we streamed it recently, and we me with Lauren, our community manager, we played through it, and we made about a not really respectable 6 minutes, and like one of the current high score on the leaderboards is like 4 minutes 40, which I have no clue how they did it that fast. So it's getting pretty intense. So we're
really nice to see.
Absolutely, yeah. We're really happy to see that.
So you work on any like DLC for it, or is this a pretty much complete package as it is?
It's pretty much the open package that we have right now. I think if there's anything else that's going to be on at Chariot Game on Twitter and on Chariot Game on Facebook. If there's anything else that we're working on, that's where it's going to be announced.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Hey, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
About on Chariot.